Michigan Out of Doors Online is brought to you in part by Tri-County Logging. Experienced in sustainable forestry practices, Tri-County Logging can help you manage your property by keeping your woods healthy and generate income. Serving southern and mid-Michigan for nearly 50 years, TriCountyLogging.com.
Hello everybody, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson-Silik and we've got an exciting show lined up for you this week. I'll take you out on Saginaw Bay where we're hunting from layout boats for those beautiful old squaw ducks. You won't want to miss that story. We had a great time out there. And speaking of hunting, Jimmy's got some other exciting footage in store for us this week too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We do have one more thing on this week's show. It's actually going to kick off this episode, and it's really kind of something rather unique. Now, typically when we do a bow hunt or a gun hunt for deer here on Michigan Out of Doors, we try to get that on the air within a week to 2 weeks of when it took place. But in this case, we're going to show you an entire deer season. Gabe VanWormer was out self-taping himself this entire year with stick and string traditional equipment. We're going to watch his whole season from October 1st all the way to mid-November. Really kind of a cool story. You won't want to miss that. Lots of good deer hunting action. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan Out of Doors.
What a beautiful day in the woods.
Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Country Smokehouse, a sportsman's meat processor and Michigan destination since 1988. Offers a variety of homemade smoked meats and Michigan-made products in-store and online. The Country Smokehouse features an outdoor barbecue and bar. Details at countrysmokehouse.com. By Jay's Sporting Goods, with locations in Clare and Gaylord. Jay's has been serving the Michigan outdoor enthusiast since 1971, with a wide variety of outdoor products. The gear, the knowledge, the tradition of Jay's. On the web at jaysportinggoods.com. By Grilla Grills of Holland, Michigan, makers of wood pellet, charcoal grills, and professional pellet smokers. Grilla Grills are designed for ease of use to improve your grilling and smoking skills. More information at grillagrills.com.
Soaking in the rich tradition of Michigan hunting for over 30 years. Vanguard is proud to sponsor our friends at Michigan Out of Doors TV.
Well, it was a great bow season for me here in mid-Michigan. I had a lot of good bucks on trail cameras, but the problem was getting those bucks within range. But it all worked out early in November. Oh man, that's a big doe. The best hunting of my year really started around the last week or so of October. That's when I really started seeing the biggest bucks I had on trail camera. just come right across. That's the biggest buck I got on camera this year. He walked right across and would not come in. He's looking for a bit hot doe somewhere. Hopefully he brings one back around. That's a nice big buck. We had a big storm come through and it dumped a bunch of rain on this area and all across Michigan, and we woke up this morning to snow. I love it. It is the rut and there's snow on the ground. You couldn't ask for a better scenario for shooting a big buck. Out in front of me. She's running around in that brush out in front of me, and there's bucks just circling it. Hopefully it'll bring in one of the big ones. I haven't seen one yet. I've seen 5 different bucks. None of them got me real excited. I can't believe that. I was just packing up all my stuff to get going. I wanted to get out of here a little bit early today and move a stand. And wouldn't you know it, I had all my stuff packed up, and take a look at this. There's all my gear. I have all my gear packed up, and this buck makes his way right across this overgrown field here. I run it at him and he came right in. I zapped him right there. Perfect shot. I watched him run right out there and he fell over dead. Oh. I can't believe that just happened. I'm kind of selfie sticking it with a GoPro. I figured the hunt started with a GoPro, and that's the only thing I had in the tree going was 2 GoPros. Look at that. That is one deadly combination, I'm telling you. Nice buck here in Michigan, November 7th, with snow on the ground. You couldn't ask for a better morning. I am ecstatic. What a nice buck. I am thrilled. That is a really cool buck here in Michigan. Came on a string once I grunted to him. And I'll tell you what, I couldn't be happier. That's a beautiful buck. Now I got one more tag. I'm gonna try to do it again.
Over the last couple of years, I've done some stories with Mike Brown from Bad Axe and his buddies. They seem to have a great time and they always know where the action is. We've done some pheasant hunting, some bow fishing, so when they invited me along for layout duck hunting for Old Squaw on Saginaw Bay, I couldn't pass up the opportunity.
Gonna launch out of Caseville here, and we got about a 16-17 mile run to the other side of the bay, and we're gonna set probably about 6 dozen decoys or so, 2 layout boats. We got 8 guys here total, so should be a pretty good hunt. There's lots of birds over there. We hunted there Sunday a couple days ago, thousands and thousands of birds, so should be really good. Looking forward to it. Mainly old squaw. That's pretty much all we're gonna shoot is old squaw, long-tailed ducks, sea ducks. Really pretty. You'll see a bunch of them, don't worry.
Beautiful.
Got, of course, you, myself, 6 other guys out here, all from back home, Bad Axe, Harbor Beach ways. We ended up launching out of Caseville and drove across the bay. It's about a 15-16 mile run. It's a heck of a lot shorter and easier to do that than drive around the bay and come back up in the trucks and trailers. So we're over here in Au Gres. We got the Gravelly Shoal Lighthouse right there.
As the guys started setting up near the beautiful Gravelly Shoal Lighthouse here on Saginaw Bay, Mike talked about decoy setup.
We had a little bit of an issue going on this morning. The wind was a pretty good, like west-southwest, 10 mile an hour or so. When we first set everything, they were keeping a pretty good line. You usually set 1 anchor and a 150-foot, 200-foot line, and when the 30 foot of water, you lose, that just in the anchor line. But then on top, you'll put a decoy every 10, 12 feet or so. That anchor will hold those decoys and the wind will just push them out. So you'll get these long lines set up time after time after time. And you'll do a same thing with your layout boat. You'll set an anchor, set your layout boat with the anchor line, and that wind will push that layout boat out, and then we put a line of decoys out in front of that layout boat. But what we ended up happening was having some wind switch on us, and so when everything's supposed to be going east and west, and then it's going north and south, everything sort of twists and tangles and doesn't line up quite right. So we had to do a little bit of minor adjustments, but sort of made it work and shot some birds, and we were able to scratch a few out. So
what's the key?
Shoot straight. Don't miss. They come in quick, so come in quick, leave quick. But hopefully we get lots of shooting in today.
The crew had 2 layout boats and 2 tender boats to assist today. David Smith has been hunting Old Squaw for a few years now and loves the challenge.
Oh, they're a fun bird to shoot. They're very reactive. You don't know the path they're gonna take. They can come in on a straight line or they can zigzag all over the place, and it's a lot of people say they're easy to shoot, but I think they're a little more on the difficult side to shoot because you never know which way that bird's gonna turn right when you pull up.
The first 2 hunters in the layout boats were up for the challenge and already dropped a couple of ducks out here. The guys in the tender boat motored out to retrieve the first couple for the game bag. A beautiful pair of old squaw, or longtails as they're called, a drake and a hen.
Oh yeah.
Beauty! Let's see that thing.
Get that out of here. A nice looking duck right there. Plop him right there. There's that.
Mike says in this particular part of Saginaw Bay this time of year, no other duck species seem to fly through the area.
only old squaw out this far. I don't know why the buffies or redheads or bluebills or whatever don't come out this far. You go inland, you'll see them in there, but not out in this 30 foot of water. It's just mainly all old squaw. They just sort of migrating down. They sort of breed up in the tundra way up north there, and they'll work their way down this way. Once they get down to Bay City, with the weather coming in and everything, they'll circle around. You'll actually get them down in like Lake St. Clair and down towards Port Huron and stuff. But right now they're just on their way down, cruising around. They had a little bit of cold weather. Nothing too bad. There's no ice or anything. We've shot them a heck of a lot colder temps than this. So it's pretty nice out today actually, so not bad.
A beautiful day for sure, but a little wavy to try and get great footage. Even though it was a bit of a challenge for me to run the camera in the chop out here, the guys were doing an awesome job shooting. There were plenty of misses too, but that's all part of the fun.
Oh, there's starting to show up here a little bit. We got one guy limited out. Another guy's halfway there right now. So
We've only been shooting for 20 minutes?
yeah, we usually give him a half hour or a box of shells. The one guy's almost out of his box of shells. And there's more birds coming right behind us. Divers, these sea ducks, they see those lines and whatever it is in their head, they just want to get on that line and follow it. So sometimes they will land. We did see a couple land today, and you want to have a little bit of a pocket for that. Usually you want to try to obviously do it right in front of your layouts. Doesn't always work out that way, but the majority of the time when they're cruising, they'll see those lines and they'll just jump right on top of it, and it's like a highway. They'll just cruise right by, and you'll do a lot of pass shooting and stuff like that. Didn't see a whole lot of that today just because of the way the wind was going. They were, right when the wind was switching, they were sort of crossing us. So it worked out for both boats because with those crossing patterns, we were able to do some shooting, some good shooting out of both boats. So usually that left boat gets a lot more just for whatever reason. They always want to come in on that side. And today the right boat was doing really good. So just that wind switching sort of hurt the lines and hurt the spread, but actually helped with the shooting. So worked out.
As you can see, I took a turn in one of the layout boats for a different camera angle. To see this perspective of the waves makes you appreciate the shooting success of these guys even more, and they're rewarded with some gorgeous birds to boot.
It's a pretty one.
Beautiful bird.
Nice mature drake right here.
Flip them over. If they're really good, they'll have a nice hard break on that color line right there.
Oh, okay.
He's still a little young. He's still got some white patches there. They'll have an all black bar right there. But still a very, really good colored face and everything. Good tail length and everything. For the most part, a really good bird, yeah. Not quite mature, but still very pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. First year I got into the water layout hunting, and I don't know, almost starting to like it more in deer hunting, and a lot more action. And you can be a lot more active. You can talk back and forth to each other. You ain't got to be quiet. It's just a good time. I don't know. But get a lot more shooting in too. So
there's a lot. I mean, just being surrounded by water helps you out with so much stuff. Based on the Bad Axe, if you drive northeast or west for a half hour, you're in water. So the waterfowl part's a big thing. We do some bow fishing and regular fishing, walleye fishing and jigging. And then when ice comes, you get into ice fishing and everything too. So on top of good hunting, on top of it, there's just a lot to do up in the thumb of Michigan. And makes it a great part of the state to visit, great part of the state to come and hunt. Just lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff to do. You can spend days and days out here all day long. So,
like so many parts of our great state, Michigan's Thumb is a paradise for sportsmen and women. We had an unforgettable day on the water and had a full game bag to show for it. Special thanks to Mike Brown and the crew for sharing their adventures with us right here in Michigan's Out of Doors. Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you stay tuned in upcoming weeks. We've got a lot of exciting things headed your way. We're doing some open water late winter fishing from all across the Lower Peninsula. You won't want to miss those stories. And we're gearing up for our year-end special here at Michigan Out of Doors. If you'd like to see where we are and where we're headed next, you can always check us out online.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Online is a great way to kind of keep tabs on us. If you miss us, you can always check us out at MichiganOutofDoorsTV.com. Full episodes of the show there every week. And if you're ever on YouTube, you can actually subscribe to our channel for free and get an email every time we post something new. Lots of good stuff coming over the next several weeks as we wrap up 2019 and get ready for 2020. Lots of good stuff ahead. Make sure you stay tuned. And if we don't see it in the woods or on the water, hopefully we'll see it right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By EOTech, a Michigan company, equipping law enforcement and sportsmen alike with quality optics, creating jobs for Michigan workers. On the web at eotechgear.com. By Final Rest. Final Rest is a Michigan company that offers portable stability you can take with you into the field. Information on all their options can be found at finalrestshootingsystems.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows including the Ultimate Fishing Show Detroit, January 9th through 12th at Novi Suburban Collection Showplace. The show features fishing tackle, trips, boats, and seminars from top pros. The Ultimate Fishing Show, Novi, January 9th through 12th. Closed captioning provided by Randy's Hunting Center, serving Michigan as Ruger and Leupold's National Dealer of the Year and inventor of Ruger's 450 Bushmaster rifle.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a Michigan man. I am a Michigan man. Ask where I'm from and I'll show you my hands. Lord above, I love this land. I am a Michigan man. From the Keweenaw down to St. Joe, Kalamazoo, east to Monroe, to St. Marie and back again. I am a Michigan man. I am a Michigan man. Ask where I'm from and I'll show you my hands. Lord above, I love